Guys, I'm here to bring you another new trick in learning the Brazilian Portuguese. I'm not a Portuguese teacher. I'm just going to be showing you some of the processes or some of the ideas I get when I'm learning Portuguese. And guys, I have brought another new trick in learning the Brazilian Portuguese. These tricks are going to help you learn the Brazilian Portuguese faster. These tricks are so popular. If you be studying Portuguese personally yourself, or you've been taught by a teacher, they will have revealed this secret to you, or you'll have discovered this trick by yourself. So guys, stay tuned while you're watching this video. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Michael Bada once again, Bada HQ once again. So guys, here's the first trick. If an English word ends with ly, the equivalent Portuguese word is going to end with mente, mente. So for example, the English word finally, then the Portuguese word is going to be what? Finalmente, not finalmente, finalmente. Now the finally is going to now be finalmente. That's the first word that ends with ly. Another English word that ends with ly is exactly. So the equivalent Portuguese word is going to be what? Exatamente. You see? Finally, finalmente. Exactly, exatamente. Then a third word, normally. The Portuguese word is going to end with what? Mente, right? And it's going to be what? Normalmente. So those are the three words that I just jotted here for you to give an example. These are the three examples I just jotted here for you to see what I'm talking about. So let's recap. Finally, finalmente. Exactly, exatamente. Normally, normalmente. That's the first trick. ly. Now let's quickly go to the second trick. The second trick, if an English word ends with ty, then the equivalent Portuguese word is going to end with dade, D-A-D-E. If an English word ends with ty, then the equivalent Portuguese word is going to end with what? D-A-D-E, dade. So now, first example under this trick is community. Like the Americans say community, but this is community. I'm using the Nigerian accent. Community. So the equivalent Portuguese word is going to be what? Comunidade. Simple, right? It's not something new. So the second example is society. Then the Portuguese word is going to be what? Sociedade. Society, sociedade. Now, the third example is what? Calamity. Then the Portuguese word is going to be what? Calamidade. The fourth example is what? City. Then the equivalent Portuguese word is going to be what? Cidade. Just change the ty to what? Dade. City, cidade. Community, comunidade. Society, sociedade. Then the fifth example is what? Affinity. It's going to be what? Change the ty to what? Dade. It's going to be what? Afinidade. Guys, I am not a Portuguese teacher. I am just showing you my own processes and how I've learned the Brazilian Portuguese one way or the other. So I'm just showing you my experience. Thank you. Let's continue. Now, if an English word ends with tion, shon, then the equivalent Portuguese word will end with what? C, A with a curve, and O, meaning sound. So if an English word ends with tion, the equivalent Portuguese word will end with what? Sound. First example under this trick is what? Education. Then the equivalent Portuguese word is going to be what? Educação. 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 Now, let's go to the second example. Population. We have to exchange the TION to what? População. População. Now, the third example is what? Action. Action. Exchange the TION to what? Sound. There's going to be what? Ação. 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 Then the fourth example is what? Projection. Projection. Then you have to change the TION to what? Sound. It's going to be what? Projeção. Projeção. Now, it's not sound. It's sound. Can you listen well? Sound. You know, I've taught you guys some Portuguese, how to pronounce some Portuguese words. You know, the accent, the diction, the Portuguese diction. So that is the fourth trick. TION, Sean, sound. Education, educação. Population, população. Action, ação. Projection, projeção. That's the third trick. Now, let's go to the fourth and the final trick. The fourth and the final trick in this video, or for this video, whatever, is if an English word ends with GY, then the equivalent Portuguese word is going to end with what? GIA. So if an English word ends with G, the equivalent Portuguese word is going to end with what? GIA. So GIA. Now, remember, you substitute the GY, you substitute it with GIA. Whatever I've mentioned earlier, you have to do this substitution. If it ends with LY, you substitute to MENT, menchi. If it ends with TY, you substitute with DADE, daji. If it ends with TION, Sean, you substitute with sound. Now, microbiology, a course I studied. Microbiology. Then it's going to be what? Microbiologia, not microbiologia. Don't pronounce it with the English accent. This is how Portuguese, the Brazilian pronounce their own microbiology. You know, microbiology is going to be what? Microbiologia. Biologia. That is it there. Biology is going to be what? Biologia. Then the third example is what? Analogy. Is going to be what? Analogia. As easy as that, guys. So easy. No stress. So these are the tricks in learning the Brazilian Portuguese. These tricks are not something hidden. They are tricks that has been existing for a long time and almost everybody knows about it. So it helps you. I'm just bringing these tricks and the processes I underwent while learning the Brazilian Portuguese. I'm still learning the Brazilian Portuguese. So guys, I'm not a teacher. I'm just bringing these tricks to you guys to help you assimilate the Portuguese that you're learning faster. As easy as that, guys. So if you find any word that ends with GY, try. Not too far from it, it's going to be GR. And they are still going to retain, most of the words are still going to retain their prefix, you know, before the last one, the suffix. Microbiology, microbiology. The microbial law does not change. It is the last one that changed. So it's going to be microbiology. So guys, this is why Bada is here. Bada HQ is here. I'll be bringing tricks to you. I'll be bringing different things to you about Brazil, the language, the culture, the people, the food, and other things. I'm sure this video is going to help you a lot in your Portuguese learning journey. So guys, take all my Portuguese videos seriously if you want to improve in your Portuguese speaking. And guys, get yourself a Portuguese friend. Get yourself a Brazilian friend to converse with and practice your Portuguese. And guys, I am thinking of trying to go live on Instagram or TikTok, and I'll be conversing with different people in Portuguese. In my best knowledge, I can't speak Portuguese that much. But on my TikTok, I have about 120 something or 130 something followers, and I need like 1,000 followers to start a live on TikTok. I would have loved to do it on Instagram, but I don't know. But who knows, guys? I might be doing something like this soon for you to just see my interaction with the Brazilians, and maybe with some Nigerians I can speak Portuguese. I'm going to be trying my best. I can't speak Portuguese a lot. I speak gradually. If I don't remember I have a headache. The things I don't know, I'm still learning, guys. I'm still learning. So, guys, thank you for always watching my video. Thank you for always sharing my video. Thank you for always commenting on my video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a new video on this channel. Guys, this is Bada HQ. One love. Peace out. Valeu. Obrigado.